Hey everybody, it's Paul Stevens from iGo Sales and Marketing. Today I'm going to talk about SuiteCRM, do a quick demo, a little bit of background about it, and why it might be a good fit for you. What is SuiteCRM? Well, SuiteCRM is a free and open sourced CRM software. You can download it from the internet, from SuiteCRM, installed on your web server, and it is ready to go. A little bit of history. It's an offshoot of SuiteCRM, which was a free and open source CRM software that's been around since 2004. A few years back, they decided to stop developing the free version and move on to develop just a paid-only version. So SuiteCRM picked up where they left off, and they have a free and open source edition for everyone to use. So that's basically the history of how it got to where it is. What does it have in it? Well, it's got products. You can add all your products in, which means that you can add those products to quotes, and you can have pricing. You can send product info off to clients. It's got a whole product management system in it. It's got quotes. So, for example, if you have an opportunity and you want to send a quote out, you can create that quote in the CRM from the products that you have, and it will all be stored in one place, attached to the client. Everybody can has security to see it, will be able to see it. It has a whole contract management system in it. If you have contracts that renew every year or anything like that, you're able to keep track of the contracts, renew them, and make sure the expiry dates are set and all those kind of things. It's got an invoicing system. You can send invoices directly out from your CRM, and then manage the status of whether they're paid or not paid and all that kind of thing. Now, it doesn't have an accounting system, so you will need to have a separate accounting system, but you can send out the invoices for services or products that are entered in your system. You can generate PDF templates for various email purposes. So for example, if you have, let's say, a customer sign-up contract, you can generate a PDF template, and then every time you bring on a new client, you can send out the template, which kind of leads me into workflow here. It's got a full workflow management system. So what that means is you can set up rules. So for example, when I said every new client gets a contract email to them, you can set up a rule that every time a lead is converted to a customer, automatically email out the contract. And then you can generate a to-do for your accounting person to follow up on that, or generate a scheduled call to follow up on that. A number of different things, and it can be used a million different ways. A real time saver, really great at automating your sales, marketing, and process workflow. It's got a fantastic search feature. It's fully indexed. So, for example, if you want to find, a sales call you did 6 months ago, really easy to find by any of the keywords in that sales call. And it comes up very quickly and gives you, the most relevant searches. It's got an event management system. So let's say you're hosting a conference, you want to add a bunch of people from a lead list to that event, and you want to email them out invites and keep track of who went and what calls they got. All those kind of things, who's going, who's not going, can be managed through events. It's fully Google Maps integrated. So what that can do is, for example, let's say I'm going to Toronto this week, and I want to know any clients within 20 kilometers of Toronto, so I can, try and, make my sales calls more efficient and do them all at the same time. You can generate a lead list for everybody within 20 kilometers of Toronto, send them out emails, all those kind of things. You can really geographic target very easily with the Google Maps integration. It's got a full security suite for teams. So, for example, Team A can see these accounts, Team B can see those accounts, or you can say this role, the sales manager can see this account, sales reps can see that account. Full, easily customizable security suite. It does have a Joomla portable where you can do a Joomla website where people can log in and, for example, request support and that kind of thing. Coming soon, hopefully, is the WordPress version. But anyway, it is very useful if you do that kind of thing. It's a fully responsive web browser theme, so it operates in a web browser from any wireless connection. It'll go on any screen size. You can use it on your phone, your tablet, your desktop. It doesn't matter. It'll work, which makes it fantastic. You don't need any additional software to use it from your other devices. So basically, you have full access to your CRM from anywhere, anytime, as long as you have an internet connection. It's got a Outlook plugin. So if you're, for example, getting your email on Microsoft Outlook, you're able to just send that email directly to SuiteCRM, and it'll attach it to the right customer or the right opportunity or the right lead, and everything will be filed and organized properly. Of course, it has all the standard SuiteCRM stuff, targets, leads, contacts, accounts. If you are using any kind of CRM, you're familiar with this kind of thing. So the question I normally get, is it really free? Well, yes, it is. Just go download it and install it. But there are some costs you have to be aware of. You have to host it somewhere on a web server, which, depending on the size of installation, can be, on a budget web server for like $10 a month, or, a high-end private server for like $50 a month. It really depends on what your needs are, but there is a cost involved with that. You also need to have some expertise to install it, maintain it, and upgrade it as needed. So anybody that's familiar with web applications should be able to do that for you. What are the pros? Well, it's free. Many people don't need to look further than that. But it's unlimited users at no extra cost, which is one of the downsides of many of the paid applications, is that they charge a seat fee. So, for example, every extra sales rep you add costs more money. So maybe when you have 2 or 3 sales reps, not such a big deal. But when you grow to 10 or 15 sales reps, now it's a huge cost. So, you can add as many as you want. It's also completely customizable without any coding. It's got a full studio in the background where you can drag and drop fields, create your own fields, drop downs, anything you want to do. Really straightforward. Any person with just a minimal amount of computer skills is able to do it. You don't need to code anything. It's actively upgraded on a regular basis by programmers around the world. It installs wherever you want to install it. You can install it on your own web server. You can install it on GoDaddy or any other web hosting solution. It's written in PHP, so it's really easy to hire a programmer if you do want to customize stuff. I think you'll find it has like 95% of the features and functionality of something like Salesforce or any of the paid services. So it has a lot of things going for it. There are some cons, and you need to know about them. It is free software, so there is no company to call if you have a problem. It's really, there's an excellent user forum. I've been able to solve many issues and problems and glitches and things I've run into by going there. Chances are, if I've had the problem, someone else has too. But you can't pick up the phone and call 1-800 customer support, so you need to understand that going in. The other thing that you need to be aware of is being on the latest version is probably not the best idea, because it is free and open source software that, basically people who are using it are the software testers. So they do have a stable version, and then they have like a cutting edge version. So I advise most people to stay on the stable version. You need to have some IT support. Either you can outsource this or have it on staff, but in order to do the security and the backups and the things like that keep a typical web application running, you need to have that. Those are the cons. SuiteCRM versus Salesforce. If you go to their website, they have a full comparison on all the features. You can go there and take a look for yourself. It's easy to migrate. You can migrate from pretty much any CRM. It's got a real easy import feature. If you have a lot of complex data and a lot of custom fields and those kind of things, it can get a little bit more complicated, but generally it's a fairly straightforward migration. So without further ado, let's take a look at the software. I'm going to just move it over here and we'll have a look. Hey everybody, this is SuiteCRM. So we're going to go through it, show you the main features, kind of go through some of the things you can do with it, and why it would be good for your company. So what we have here is the main dashboard. As soon as you log in, this is what you see. You'll notice that this is operating in a web browser. It's operating in Google Chrome. It'll work in any web browser. You can do it on your mobile phone, any internet connection, and you're live to your CRM anytime. So the dashboard is completely customizable. Each rep can set it up however they like. Maybe they want their top 10 opportunities at the top of the page. It's really simple. You just drag and drop it. All these are customized reports that you can also edit and make it to see, for example, your meetings, everybody's meetings, meetings only next week, or, show a maximum number of 10 or however many. They're all completely configurable. You can see you've got your standard sales pipeline here. So you qualify your opportunities by different sales stage, and you can see what deal size you have and how the dollar value of each deal. And each one is also fully, you can drill down and see each individual deal that makes up that graph. So that all this stuff is really user-friendly. It's great for managers or sales reps to come in the morning and know exactly what they have to do and be on top of any leads or opportunities they've got going on. So there's various different kind of widgets you can put on the dashboard. I like to have my calls. I like to have my pipeline. My meetings first thing at the top. I obviously don't want to miss my meetings. My top opportunities, so I know what I'm working on, and my top leads, right close at hand, so I know who to call next and get some more sales from. In addition to the dashboard, you can also add more tabs. So maybe, for example, you wanted to add, another tab. You wanted to put your calendar there, so you can just add another tab. Let's just say calendar. Add the tab, and there we go. Had to refresh. Okay, so then you have another tab. There's your calendar. You can then go to that tab, and then you can add a dashlet to that tab. And I'm going to add my calendar. Close. There you go. And then this will be available every time you log into SuiteCRM, however you want to set it up. So you can see the dashboard is a great feature. There's all kinds of reports and different types of information you can show here. You can create your own reports and then add them here as a dashlet. Really, I can't say enough about how good this is for a sales rep to come in and know exactly what they have to do. Also really great for the sales manager to know what everybody's working on, and you can arrange this in a way that's real easy for you to see that in a hurry. So like most CRMs, it works out. You've got targets. This is basically a list of people that you have that you want to email to. At the moment, I don't have any targets entered in the test system here, but it looks very similar to what leads would look like. You'll have a group of leads that you can also filter any which way you want. So I'm just going to look at new, and I'm going to look at everybody. So I'm just going to clear this. I'm going to look at new leads only. Search, and you see you get a list of leads. And it's, as you saw, it's very customizable. You can filter it however you want to find somebody. Your leads are standard kind of contact form lead, where you have your name, your address, your contact details. What's also kind of cool about this is everything comes together in one place. So if you have any meetings for this person, it would appear here. If you have any previous history with this person, so emails, calls, meetings, quotes, all those kind of things would appear down here. Makes it really easy in one spot to see everything you need to see about a particular person. So this person happens to be a lead. Let's say I called them, they've got some business for me and I want to create an opportunity. It's all done with one click, and it's super easy. Convert the lead. Now I've got, I can convert the lead to an account. So what that's going to do is going to create a company record and a contact record. So you can have more than one contact per company. At the same time, you'll see this is a real time saver. I can create the opportunity. So let's say new business. It's in the prospecting stage. It's worth $5,000, and this is a great deal. Whatever the opportunity is, you can describe it there. At the same time, I can log the call I just had. Intro call resulted in an opportunity. Okay, so. At the same time, maybe I want to schedule myself a task to do, like send the client an email. Send intro email to client. Okay, and you can see I've done all of this on one screen. After just one click to convert the lead. So save it. Oops, didn't put the close date in. Sales manager is going to want to know when that is. So let's say it's next week. Save, and you'll see it's created a contact, account, an opportunity, a call, and a task. If I go back to my home page here, it'll eventually be populated into my opportunity list, and it'll be in my sales pipeline. So it's really that easy to sort of manage leads and opportunities and contacts. The other kind of cool thing I wanted to show you about SuiteCRM was the marketing functionality. So if we go back to our leads here for a second, I can select a bunch of these guys and just say I set up some criteria that made sense. I just selected 20. I can very quickly add these to a target list, just like that. And I've got a test target list set up already, so I'm just going to add them to that target list, and boom, they're on a target list. So the whole point of target list is, say I want to do an email campaign now. Go to campaigns, and I already have a test campaign set up, but I'll start another one here just to show you how easy it is. So I'm going to create a campaign. I'm going to do an email campaign, and let's just say prospecting. Oops. And I don't have to do anything else. Next, I'm going to add the target list that I just created, and I'm going to add that to the campaign. I'm going to create the campaign. Oop. And next. And then I can create a new email template, or if I had a previously saved email template, I could use that. Email templates in this system are really great. You can set up as many as you want for any purpose, and everybody in the company can use the same email templates. I'm just going to create a new one here to show you how easy it is. New email, save. Okay, so for my email that I'm going to create, you get a whole email builder here. Let's say I want to put in a title, a little bit of text, some key bullet points about how great my service is. Add that. Oops, added it in twice. A photo, And then at the bottom, the information about how to contact me. So there we go. It's really that easy, and then you can just go in and you can edit any of these. Next, I'm going to, basically, enter some information about what email it gets sent from and that kind of thing, and hit send. And then this campaign I can schedule at a certain time as well. We'll go to that mailing list, and it's a real time saver. Just creating the list, adding the leads, sending out the emails. You can also schedule them on a regular basis, set up 10 or 20 of them in a row if you like. Makes marketing just a breeze. And all this information also gets stored in the actual contact or lead, so you know what marketing materials they've received already. Makes for a fantastic marketing system. Fully integrated with sales. Makes it work well. So in addition to the sales and marketing functionality, it's got a full support feature here. So it's got a case management system. So for example, in my business, I have it set up that if people want to, let's say, change the photo on my website, I create a case for that, and I make sure it gets done, follow up with customer, and SuiteCRM automatically sends them an email saying, I got your request, I'm working on it, and then I can update the case as I go. And when it's closed, the client gets an email saying this is done. And then I have a full record of what happened and how long it took and what I did and when I did it. It's got a full bug management system. If you're developing software or anything like that, clients can add bugs. And it's actually got a front-end Joomla plugin if you're using Joomla to accept the bug requests over the internet right on your website. Apparently they're working on a WordPress plugin as well that'll do the same functionality. Hopefully, I'm hoping that comes out soon. For your individual person, you've got your calendar. You can manage your calls, so you can schedule calls for next week, do call reports of calls you've already had, schedule meetings with clients, and it's got the whole functionality of it sends the meeting request to the client and they have to accept it and all that kind of thing. It's got full email capabilities. You can send your emails and receive emails directly from SuiteCRM. Manage tasks, so follow up with this guy, or prepare a report for your manager, or all those kinds of tasks you can add in. Keeps notes, attaches the notes to the leads or contacts. Tons of great functionality here. Other functionality that may be of interest. It's got a full document management system as well. So, for example, if you have a bunch of policies and procedures, you can put those in here, and it'll be a central storage place, and it keeps track of revisions and all that things if you're doing any kind of quality system that you need something like that. It's also got a full project management system in it with Gantt charts and the whole 9 yards. You can create a project template. So, for example, in my business, I design a website. I have a certain, 20 or 30 different steps I have to go through to design that website. I create a project template, and then every new website design is a new project, and I just copy the template, and I can manage it that way. It makes it really, really convenient for managing projects. There's just so many features here to talk about, but one of the things I did want to talk about is the PDF templates. You can create, it's got a full PDF editor in it, so you can, for example, create a credit application, let's say. And if this is what clients get when they sign up, it'll be, you can send out the PDF template to your clients. If you're doing that every time you get a new client, you can add a workflow, which is kind of a cool feature. Workflows are rules that you can add to do specific things in the CRM. So, for example, every time an opportunity is marked as won, I'm going to send out the credit app. So you can go into workflow and, really easy, create a new workflow. And I'll just say credit app. And opportunities. I'll just select the module that it pertains to. and I want to do this on any modified record. So this would be the case where I change it from, I don't know, a quoting stage to the one stage. So for example, I'm going to add a condition that says the opportunity status or sales stage here is equal to 1. Okay, so what that means is this is going to kick off every time an opportunity is changed to the closed 1 stage. Okay, and what do I want to do? I want to send an email, and then I just pick the email template that I want to use. I don't have one set up at the moment, but let's use my new email that I just did. Okay, so if I save this now, every time that an opportunity gets changed to the closed 1 stage, the email is going to be sent to them. This is a really time-saving feature for both sales and marketing. You can imagine even your accounting department. You can imagine all the rules you can set up. I have a few dozen set up for myself. For example, when a client, I send a quote out to a client. If the opportunity hasn't been changed to either won or lost within 7 days, it sends an email out that says, hey, did you get my quotation? How did I do? Saves me doing a lot of follow-up calls and things like that. If I haven't heard from them from within like a week and a half, then it schedules a call for me to follow up and say, did you get my email? Did you get the quotation? How did I do? Try and close that opportunity. That's just one example, but you can. There's so many different ways you can save time. So that's about it. I've personally used SuiteCRM for a number of years now. Been using CRMs, for like the last 15 years. Really helps the sales process, really keeps you organized and keeps your salespeople on track. So if you are interested in SuiteCRM, it's free. You can download it from their website and install it. If you need help installing it or help configuring it, or just help in your sales process, trying to determine exactly what your sales process is or should be and what marketing collateral needs to go with it, that's what I do for a living. You can contact me at iGo Sales and Marketing, and I'll be happy to help you. So thanks for watching. I plan to make more videos on SuiteCRM, and stay tuned.